Yes, welcome everybody. Sorry, my bad. Mic wasn't turned on. Apologies. Welcome to the post-match show. Jurgen Klopp's men have gone and got the 3 points away at Carrow Road after a really difficult, really blustery, really frustrating game at times. But thankfully, the guys have gone and got the job done. I know I hadn't got my audio on for a couple of seconds. This is why I shouldn't be left in charge of stuff. But we're on now. We've got volume. Those of you that are playing catch-up, don't worry. The volume has come on. Sadio Mane came off the bench today to do bits. Sadio Mane came off the bench today and rescued the game for Liverpool. What a goal. What an evening. What a group. What do you think? This is your show, ladies and gentlemen. It's okay. If I was chatting to myself at the start, that's fine. I'm used to chatting to myself. It's all good, ladies and gents. Thought I'd gone deaf, said Pixel_NME. No, sorry, that was my fault. I had it muted for when I finished on the other stream, but now there we go. Right, so what do we think? Man of the match, ladies and gentlemen. Give me your thoughts on this one. I kept the faith and won my losses back, said Al Mitch. Nice one. Glad to hear you didn't end up out of pocket, buddy. 17 straight wins, said Bernadette Farrell. John Cable's in the house as well. How are you, buddy? Stressful, but let's go, Mane, said LFC Proper 2. 5 more wins, said Ethan. 5 more. You can tick them off. Count them off one by one. 5 more. That's all that's needed. 5 more wins. We'll do it. We'll get there. Alisson, yes. The Reverend wants a mention for Alisson. Again, in the first half, unbelievable bit of goalkeeping. And in the second half, when Timo Werner had his strike, Alisson was right behind it. Man of the match has got to be Mane, right? No, not for me. For me, my man of the match is Jordan Henderson. I thought Jordan Henderson was impeccable today. I thought he was everywhere. And yes, Sadio Mane made a massive difference when he came on. But Henderson worked his ass off in that game. So for me, my man of the match is Jordan Henderson. But this is a democracy, ladies and gentlemen. I want to know your thoughts on it. The best commentator in football. Thank you, Gary. And thank you to everyone that joined us over on Hot Mic as well. We had great fun. Numbers doing really well over there. And gradually, I think bit by bit, you guys are going to start to learn why we're pushing it so hard. Alisson was man of the match for Stewart because of his incredible save. It was unbelievable, Stewart. Honestly, mate, it was unbelievable. I was expecting Timo Werner to tap it in the first half. I was expecting the ball to be laid off and Pukki to tap it in, but Alisson was switched on and he's seen his opportunity. Bang, got down, clean hand on the ball. Amazing goalkeeping. How was Salah? He was good, Mark. I mean, Mo Salah had a very tough afternoon today, but again, his upper body strength was amazing. They're showing the Alisson save right now on the TV. I'm still baffled. I'm still in awe at that man. It looked like an absolute nailed on goal. Alisson, look at his timing. Boom. What a keeper. We shall not be moved, said Ethan. Henderson should be the captain of England, said Thomas McGee. Look, I'm an Irishman, mate. That's not my place to say. Hendo man of the match for Dana as well. I couldn't see the game, but it sounded like Henderson was the main man, said Brian Morrissey. My sync on Hot Mic was still behind your commentary. You can repress it, mate. You can do it over and over again, Neil. Now look, it is new technology. It is being hounded by Liverpool fans right now. We absolutely crucified that app and put them under real pressure. But like us, like everybody, they're growing and these little tweaks will be done along the way. But I think it's an amazing piece of technology. I really do. Darren Baker said, love the commentary, Craig. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Great to have you with us. It was a great day on YouTube as well, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we're now at 34,500 subscribers. We are well on the road to hitting our 40k end of season target. If you are enjoying the stream, if you like what we do and you haven't yet subscribed, please do hit that button. Memberships are open, super chats are open. There is a link for the memberships in the description below. People that you can see with the Anfield Agenda logo beside their name. So Alex Crawford, Nathan, Joanne, Keegan, Bernadette, they're all Anfield Agenda members. You'll see them occasionally posting stuff like my big bald head or the Premier League trophy emoji. All of that stuff comes from being a member on the channel. It starts off from as little as 99p or 99 cent. So again, as I said, there is a link in the description below. There's also an ultra membership of $4.99 and that gets you into our Discord group as well. Right, ladies and gents, man of the match, who do you think? Anybody else? Any other shouts? Anthony Robinson said Sadio Mane. Congrats, bro, said Keegan Murphy. Thank you, buddy. Mane, but tired for the Atletico match? Nah, he won't be tired, mate. He looked full of energy when he came on. Radical Gambino is, of course, a member as well. Christine Nolan. Al Mitch as well. How are we? Salah, man of the match for Faith Perez. Endo for the PFA Player of the Year, said Rampage for fun. It was a late winner. About 10-12 minutes to go, Clarky. Sadio Mane doing bits. What a strike. Premier League table looks superb now. I'm going to treat myself to a little look at it, Neil, while we're live, mate. Why not? Why not treat myself to a little look at the Premier League table? Right, where are we? Right, Premier League table. Oh, look, there's Liverpool. 26 games played, 76 points. Looking all the way down, 25 points below us. Manchester City. Leicester then coming up behind the rear as well. 5 games to go. Worst case scenario, 5 wins to go for the Reds to lift that Premier League crown. It's just a matter of time at this point, surely. Henderson, man of the match for Mark Hendley. Sadio, player of the year. Now, you know what? It is a difficult one. There's loads of love for Jordan Henderson around the player of the year, and I get it. I'm one of Henderson's biggest fans. But if you asked me 2 or 3 weeks ago who's my player of the year, I've got to be honest, I would have said Sadio Mane. I would have. Now, I understand the love for Jordan Henderson, and look, if Hendo wins it, I'm going to be doing cartwheels. Not metaphorically, because look at the state of me, but... Or literally, I mean, not literally. Metaphorically is probably actually what I would be doing. Right, anyway, let me just check my webcam here. I look a little bit dark, so I'm going to try and brighten myself up a little bit. 2 seconds. Just get the colour correction up. Turn up the brightness a smidge. There we go. That's a bit better. Yes, I don't look as dark now. Right. What have we got? Virgil's player of the year. Casper wants to know who Caroline Fleck is. You know, mate, Google. Rather than asking us, Casper, just Google it and you'll get all the answers you need. Alisson, man of the match for Clodagh. They should just chill out and rest players for the Champions League. This is Liverpool's. It's in their pocket. I don't think we're going to be resting anybody, mate. Especially not going away to the Wanda Metropolitano to take on Atleti. They're going to need their wits about them for that game because Atletico were going to come to fight without a shadow of a doubt. David Newell said Mane's been our player of the year for the last 2 seasons now. De Bruyne, said Mo Salah. Look, Kevin De Bruyne has to be in the conversation. I agree. I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm biased as hell towards Liverpool. Of course I am. But I can't as well in good conscience not mention Kevin De Bruyne when we're talking about him for player of the year. I don't know if you're maybe saying, mate, bring him to Liverpool. That's not going to happen, but... how did Naby do today, asked Cameron Harris-Crook. A bit of a mixed bag. He did some things really, really well, but he missed a sitter. And Cameron, when I say a sitter, mate, I mean a sitter. You'll see it on Match of the Day or whatever later on, but yeah, I'm sure he's very grateful that Sadio Mane scored that goal and we don't need to keep showing his miss over and over again. Alara said Alisson man of the match, but Trent is still her favourite. Megasting 1981 said credit to Norwich, they played well. They did. It's one of those occasions where it was up to us to break them down. A point for Norwich is probably more than they bonus or than they bogey boat. What the word? A point for Norwich is probably more than they'd hoped for. They were hoping to obviously come and throw a spanner in the works, and a point for them would have been a bonus. Craig Mann and Fabinho starting versus Atletico. Please, Kloppo. I would say so, Scotty. I think they will, mate. All over the web, Liverpool have activated Timo Werner's release clause. What I'd seen, Gary, and again, I'm a little bit behind, mate, so if there's stuff I've missed, I apologise. What I'd seen is that it's pretty much common knowledge now that is in April, that clause has to be targeted by April or triggered by April. 60 million euro, and look, the rumours are that Liverpool are going to trigger it. But even though we don't trigger the clause, Werner still has to want to come to the club. So there's still a little bit of work to be done behind the scenes. Leipzig have to be happy, Werner has to be happy, Liverpool have to be happy. I hope it happens. I think it will happen, but I don't want to, jump the gun, so I'm just going to hang off a little bit on that one. But he will be a perfect addition to this group. Sino reckons Cato was man of the match. Scouser Jack said, grab a Diet Coke, Craig, up the Reds. Jack, always have one, buddy. Always have one. And cheers to you, sir. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. I'm going to freak out a little bit now, Jack. I know for a fact that you're using an Apple device. It's weird. The reason I know that, mate, is your super chat ends in a 99 cent. And for some reason, when people do a super chat on Apple, it ends up with 99 cent at the end of it. Whereas Farrell there, who isn't on an Apple device, and gave the little super sticker, dude. How are we, buddy? Thank you, Farrell, as well. He's on an Android device or on a desktop. It's weird. All the Apple devices, when people super chat, end with 99 cent. Daniel said Salah was 4 out of 10. That's not true, mate. That really just is... I don't know what game you watched, Daniel, but Mohamed Salah was definitely not 4 out of 10. Look at the upper body strength that he showed. Look at the hold-up play from Mohamed Salah. Look at the cleverness from Mohamed Salah. 4 out of 10? I don't get that, mate. It wasn't his best game in the Liverpool shirt, but 4 out of 10 for me seems too harsh. Clodagh said, can I join? Of course, Clodagh. I don't know what you want to join. If it's a membership, link below. If it's Hot Mic, then all the information's on the screen there. Download the app, put in the code Anfield Agenda. Right, what have we got? Everybody fears us, said Ethan. And they should, mate. They should. Nathan reckons it was a solid 7 out of 10. Try Coke Zero. No, how dare you, Rafa? How dare you? No, I love Diet Coke. I'm not trying Coke Zero, mate. I'm happy. Happy with what I have. What did I think of Gomez? I thought all of our defenders were faultless today. They did everything that was asked of them in really tricky conditions. And I think Gomez's positioning is getting better week after week after week, and playing alongside Virgil van Dijk will do that. Lars said we're best. Simple as that. Craig, you really bothered about the Champions League this season? Yes, of course I am, mate. The Champions League. Look, I want us to win the Premier League, but that's done, Cameron, mate. That's done. We are Liverpool Football Club. We judge ourselves by the highest standards, and we want Champions League trophies. A double or a treble this season. We've got to keep chasing it, mate. We've got to. I'm 100% bothered by it. Nothing. I love the European Cup. I love it, mate. This club was built on winning European Cups. Do I think of Diet Pepsi? I don't like it, Casper. I don't like it at all, mate. I don't like Pepsi. It's not my cup of tea, technically. Let's beat Atletico on the next step on the stairway to 7. I like that, Darren. The stairway to 7, mate. Well in. Minamino should play. What's your opinion? Said Dana. It's difficult. When a new player comes in, we're all enthusiastic. We all want him to play, and we're all wanting him to do well. Of course we are. But Jurgen Klopp needs to make sure that he's fully integrated in and up to speed with our technical side, with our fitness, with our tactical side. And he might be a little bit away yet for Jurgen Klopp to feel comfortable introducing him. Or Klopp might just be saving him for Tuesday. I don't know. He looked alright to me when he played. The Maharani's Closet said tonight was another example of how we're lacking the ability to create down the middle. Not long balls. All our power is down the wings. Everybody hates Coutinho, but we're missing that option. I disagree with you a little bit, the Maharani's Closet, and I'm going to explain why rather than just say no. So what teams do, and what tends to happen when you dominate the ball as much as Liverpool do, teams give you the wide areas. They stay narrow and they try and force you down the outside, hoping that they can defend the crosses, block the crosses, or get their bodies in the box and clear it. It's a tactic used by teams that sit deep a lot of the time. They always try and give you the wide areas and try and funnel you to the centre and stay narrow. Now, that being said, we do have the likes of an Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain or a Naby Keita who will have a strike from outside the box. Today it was a little bit different because of the conditions. But it is a tactic that teams use, mate. They always try and give you the wide areas and hope that they can either block the crosses or win the second balls in the box, or the first balls, of course, for that matter as well. We're in advanced talks for Werner, said Shay Trainer. Top of the morning, said Gary Richards. How are you, buddy? We really guaranteed to finish above Manchester City with 12 games to spare. Do you know what I mean? We're already there, Neil. I mean, unbelievable, these lads. Unbelievable. Gary said, Craig joined Hot Mic and looks boss. Thank you, mate. Glad to have your support over there. And look, ladies and gents, if you didn't use Hot Mic today, that's alright. There's still plenty of time. We're going to be doing the United-Chelsea game on there on Monday. Only on Hot Mic, not on YouTube. We're going to be doing the Atleti-Liverpool game on both platforms. And we're going to be doing the Spurs-Leipzig game as well. On both platforms. So look, go over to Hot Mic and download the app and put in the code on the screen there. Give us a follow and you will see on Monday for the Chelsea United game, you'll see the difference. Casper said 17 wins in a row, embrace it. Sean, LFC Sean, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, my friend. Dugout said credit to Norwich, defended very very well and don't deserve to be relegated. Yeah, I don't want them relegated either, mate. It looks like they're going to be, unfortunately, but I like Norwich. I do, like you, mate. It's a shame to see them go down. V8 said used Hot Mic today and it's world class. Thank you, buddy. I'm glad people are starting to see why I'm bigging up the app so much. I think it's the future. I think when it gets established, when more people get to find out about Hot Mic, and they see that they don't have this shitty delay that we have sometimes, and they see that they can still chat live, and they see that they get to see their favourite broadcasters right up to date, in tune with their own television, it's perfect. Any stream tomorrow. I've literally just explained that, Casper. Brilliant, Craig. What a show this is. Thank you, Neil. I'm absolutely buzzing. One, that the Reds have been back in action, because it seems like an eternity since we've been playing. So yeah, to get back, to get the win, and to move one step closer to seeing the Hendo Shuffle on May the 9th. It's beautiful. Can we talk about Martin Tyler? Can we fuck? Why would we need to Martin? The days of Martin Tyler are over, mate. Hot mic, it's the future. You get to listen to Craig on there. You get to listen to the Anfield Rap on there. Redmen TV are on there. There's loads of your favourite broadcasters now starting to move over and use Hot Mic. It's the future. I promise you. I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass. Give this app a try. It's free. Free for you. Free for us. Go over there. Please use our sign-up code. Anfield Agenda. All one word. All caps. And I'm telling you, you'll see the difference. Right. Minamino. One for next season, I reckon, said Neil Bridges. Will be more settled and adjusted by then. How much do you think Gomez is worth considering he's only 22? 40 to 60 million, maybe, mate. But, you know, it's very difficult. I've never even thought about selling Joe Gomez, but I reckon maybe in that bracket. I know it's a wide bracket, but... Abdo said, Atletico Madrid, very hard cry, question mark. They're not the Atleti that they once were, but they're still going to be difficult to beat at home. They're going to make themselves compact. They're going to be very hard to break down. They're going to fight for every ball. That's what you get from Atletico. That's the way that they set up. But yeah, I think we can do it. I think we can go there. If we can pinch an away goal, that would be lovely, even if it's a draw. LFC Sean, thank you for the super sticker, mate. Love it, well in. Jack Jones reckons Gomez is worth 20 million. Honestly, mate, we're considering selling player for 30 million quid, Harry Wilson for 30 million quid, and you reckon Gomez is only worth 20? Come on, mate, be realistic. 20 million doesn't buy you a defender like Joe Gomez. How much did what's his name go for last year to Juventus? Dele. He went for like 80 million or something like that, right? 70, 80 million. And you're trying to tell me Gomez is only worth 20? Not a chance. If Maguire's 80 million, then Gomez is 80 million to Charlie Martin's. Don't get carried away with our kids. Mate, I get where you're coming from, and I respect your point. But he is worth far more than 20 million. Way more than 20 million. Even your 25 is nowhere near, mate. Nowhere near. Oh, little wink from Sean. Like it, mate. Well in. Joe Gomez is worthy, if not more worth than Van Dijk. Or Maguire, excuse me, said Gakul. Dugout reckons Gomez is worth 65 to 80 million. Brian Morrissey said you get a Tyrone Mings for about 20 million quid. There you go. What have we got? Gomez is the second best centre back in the league, said Neil Anthony. Any more shouts on man of the match today, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, I've gone for Henderson. Few people have gone for Sadio Mane. There was even a few shouts for Alisson. Casper reckons Gomez is worth about 50 million for Ben Washbrook, 50 million for Shea, 50 million for Jack. He's going up now. See, Jack, you're coming to our way of thinking, mate. Patball has a little song for the City game. Money can't buy you cups. Oh, no, mate. That's we don't sing about other clubs. That's the beauty, mate, of Liverpool. Is they only sing about Liverpool players and what we do. Have I thought of doing a yearly subscription? No, it's too greedy, Al. No, is the answer, mate. I mean, we don't like to put people under any financial pressure on the channel, which is why we big up the likes of Hot Mic, because it's free. Yes, we make money from people coming over to Hot Mic. I've never hidden that fact, but I've also never hidden the fact that it's free for you, it's free for us to use, and it is class. But the likes of the memberships and stuff, we've tried to keep it. Well, not tried to. We have kept it as cheap as we can actually keep it. 99 cent or 99p is the cheapest we can put on there. So yeah, we wanted to make it accessible to as many people as possible. Craig, you going to be in Liverpool in the May period? No, Scouser Jack. We're going to be there April the 11th for the Villa game. Ian Greenstreet said Hendo man of the match for him. Gomez worth 65 million for Carl from Kent Coastal Holiday Lets. Who else we got? Mane man of the match for Media Centre man. Sadio Mane for Ousmane Diao. I hope I pronounced Ousmane Diao. Excuse me if I got that wrong. Jamal Lewis for backup. He's a decent player, Lolsby. I mean, him and Cantwell caught my eye today. Yeah, I thought Cantwell looked really good, really tidy. Storm Thomas, Hendo for man of the match. I'm with you, Storm, mate. He was my man of the match as well. Mane seemed bothered by his leg at the end of the match. I didn't see that, Simon. I'll have to go back and rewatch that, mate. Excuse me, I have a bit of a hiccup. I didn't see that, so I can't comment on it, but I will go back and watch it. What's your view on LFC ticket prices? I think they're pretty much... Look, there's two ways of looking at this. There are London ticket prices, Harvey, that are... I know people that spend 100 quid or plus to go and watch Arsenal, say, or Spurs maybe. Liverpool ticket, it's not the prices so much as it's the availability of getting them. Now, if you're talking about the ticket prices on the likes of the resale apps, they're a fucking disgrace. There's no two ways about it, mate. They are a disgrace. For the likes of StubHub and that to be able to put the markup that they have on tickets, it's legalised touting. But the actual prices that the club set, I think they're fair enough, to be fair. I think they're pretty much in line with the market. Marius, welcome to Anfield Agenda Ultras, buddy. Hope to see you in the Discord group soon. You will, of course, get that invitation. What's the gap to United now? For a bit of a laugh, for bants, mate, let's go and have a look. Right, now United have a game in hand, but as things stand, just the 41 points, mate. Just the 41 points to Manchester United. Did I miss a comment there from Patbot? Somebody said fair comment. Let me go across and check. Where's Patbot's comment? Trying to play catch up here. Oh, you were talking to somebody else. That's alright. That's all good. Trent was shocking. Was he? I don't know what game you were watching, Nor, but not to me. How can you say a man who kept a clean sheet was shocking? Our back five kept a clean sheet. How can they be shocking? You do understand the conditions those lads are playing in there today. And because what? Trent wasn't sneaking in worldies? I don't know. I don't get it, mate. To me, I thought he put in a decent shift. Maverick said, man of the match, Mane. We have a decent song from already. There's 2 songs for Sadio Mane, mate. 2 of them. Don't be greedy. There's 2 of them. Mind the gap. Mank said, Darren Neal. Craig, this may be an opinion gone under the radar, but I say Salah for Player of the Year. It is weird, mate. I mean, if you look at it from a statistical point of view, there may well be a shout for Salah, but the momentum definitely seems to be behind Sadio Mane and Jordan Henderson for Player of the Year. And I think it'll be one of those two. Now, there's also credible shouts for Trent Alexander-Arnold. I mean, if he doesn't win the Young Player of the Year, I give up. He should be nailed on for that. Norwich played well, but not good enough, said Simon. I wish Liverpool go to the final because the final's in Istanbul, said Dana. And it's 15 years, mate, since Istanbul, since we were last there. It just seems almost poetic. Al Mitch said 25 points ahead of Manchester City, 1 game in hand. You can play the kids every week now. But we don't want to, buddy, because we want to go and break records. We want to try and break that points total. I want Liverpool to set the highest ever points total in the Premier League. I'm still not thinking about an unbeaten season. I can't bring myself to do it yet. I just can't. Boy is in the house. How are we, Anthony? Great to see you as always, my friend. Is it Nurihat or Nuriyat? Excuse me. I'm so bad at pronouncing names, mate. It says, I'm in Istanbul now waiting for the Reds. Enjoy it, mate. And I hope we get there, and I hope you get to see them. I hope you get to go to the game. Mane and Henderson have been incredible this season, said Gary Logue. I agree. Again, Henderson today. One, look at his pass that he played out to Trent Alexander-Arnold, I think it was, on the right-hand side in the second half. That pass was just delicious. He was everywhere. Breaking up play, winning the ball back, doing the simple things right. Jordan Henderson was impeccable again today. Shay reckons number 7's our destiny in Istanbul. Liverpool have got to go all out for all the trophies, said John Lewis. That was Mane's 100th goal in English football. I didn't know that, the ref and I. Cheers, mate. Appreciate that. What a player. What a player Sadio Mane is. Alisson doesn't get enough credit. I think he does. I mean, I don't know what you're pissing and moaning about today, Nora. You seem very negative on stuff. Literally, read through our chat. Everybody was bigging up Alisson. Everybody was saying how great he was. So he absolutely gets enough credit. Maybe you're talking about opposition fans, buddy. I don't know. But for me, he definitely gets the love from the Reds that I've seen. Where's the Europa League final? Do you know what, Clodagh? I'm embarrassed to say I haven't got a Scooby-Doo. I haven't looked into it. Somebody will know. Anybody in the chat know where the Europa League final is? I couldn't be arsed looking at it because it doesn't involve us, Clodagh, but I don't know. Mane looked really sharp when he came on, said Harvey. He did. And you could see immediately Norwich were dropping back a little bit. Sadio had a massive impact when he came on. Seville, said Casper, is where the Europa League final is. Might as well be Antarctica, Nathan, because it's, irrelevant. Ryan said, I want Liverpool versus City Champions League final so we can take them to the cleaners and give them a lovely send-off. How many clean sheets has he had in how many games? I think that's his 10th clean sheet. Well, no, hang on. Yeah, I think that's his 10th clean sheet, if my memory's correct. And he has played less games than other goalkeepers, of course, because he was injured at the start of the season. We had Adrian playing. Where have we got? So where's the final? It's in Poland, Benjamin saying. Brian said, couldn't help but notice some negativity towards Naby Keita in the chat today. He's starting to divide opinion. He's been doing that for a while, Brian. I'm not going to lie about it. I've been defending him for such a long time. I just think he needs to get a run of games without injury and people will start to see the best of him. Gdansk in Poland, thank you. Somebody else said Seville, that seems to be wrong. Poland seems to be the answer from what I can see here in the chat. 10th clean sheet. Somebody else said it's his 11th. I thought it was 10th. Personally, I thought it was his 10th clean sheet today, Ian, but hey, I could well be wrong. Madrid Fan TV is in the house. How are we? Said, who do you think is the toughest team to face in the Champions League? Liverpool and Manchester City, in my humble opinion, mate, are probably the two favourites, and rightly so. But you can never rule out a Real, a Barcelona, maybe even a Juventus, because what those teams have is that inbuilt ability and DNA in the competition. They know how to play in the knockout stages. So I would make Manchester City and Liverpool favourites, if I'm being honest. But you can't look past maybe a Real Madrid or a Barcelona because of their calibre, because of their match-winning abilities and nous in the big games. But I genuinely think it'll be one of the two English clubs. I do. I know there's more than two English clubs still left in the competition, but they're the two that I think can win it. Raptors in the house. How are we, buddy? Welcome. Great to see you win again. Man City aren't favourites. Lol. Are they not? Lol. Look at the fucking betting then before you come in and try and be a smart arse, Callum. Look at the betting. When I'm talking about favourites, I'm talking about with the bookies, pal. Juventus are not more dangerous than Manchester City. Not a chance. I watch a lot of Juventus, mate. They are well beatable. Well beatable. Why would Manchester City be one of the favourites? If you honestly don't believe, now push all our bias aside right now and tell me that if Manchester City are at full tilt and Manchester City go out there and play to their abilities, that they can't beat any team in the world. Be honest about it. We can do it. I've said that about us many times. We can go out there and tear any team in the world apart. Be honest about this. So can Manchester City. We might not like saying it. They probably will choke and won't win it. But we've got to be honest about it. If they're on their game and if they have their wits about them, Manchester City can destroy teams. Be honest about it. We might like it, but we've got to. I've always been honest about my opinions. I think we're the best team in the competition. But City are genuinely capable of winning it. That's my opinion. I know we might all disagree on this, and that's alright. FIFA Games said City were favourites last year and probably the year before as well, mate, and they may continue to be, but the favourite tag doesn't mean anything. It's who lifts the trophy at the end of the year that's important. I mean, who would have thought the Spurs would have gotten to the final last year and be playing Ajax in the semis? We should be the favourites, said Cameron. Real will knock them out, said CCTV, and that is possible. I've just spoken about the nous and the ability of Real Madrid, mate, in these knockout stages. It's in their DNA, just like it's in Liverpool's DNA. You don't win 13 European Cups without knowing how to get over the line. And this might not be the greatest Real Madrid side of all time, but it'll be an intriguing tie against Manchester City over two legs. Just wanted to say thank you, Craig, for another entertaining, enjoyable watch-along, said Scott. My pleasure, buddy, and thank you for joining us. Appreciate your support, mate. On paper, City have a better squad than us, said Dave Smith. Only just ahead of Liverpool, Manchester City are in the betting. Exactly. It's probably between the two of us. That's my honest opinion. I think it'll be Liverpool or City. But it's a difficult competition to win. Shay said I want us to beat Real Madrid in the final this year. Have City ever been to a semi-final? No, not that I'm aware of. Aidan, no, I don't think they have. I'm trying to think back through the years. I think quarters. Now, I could be wrong, but I think quarters. Juve are 13-1. Now, I've said a few minutes ago, Al, that I don't think Juve can win it, but at 13-1, they're definitely worth a sneaky tenner, mate. At 13-1, that's reasonable for me. What have we got? City have been to the semis once. A couple of people are saying. I can't remember. Who do they play in the semis? I don't really Quarters for me. I can't remember them getting to the semis, but a few people are saying they got to the semis. Boya said semi-final versus Real. Barca 7's the one, said Al. What have we got? Our form this season, being holders, were favourites in my opinion, said Neil. Loads of people are saying yes, they got to the semis and got beaten by Madrid. Is that right? Am I right in that one? So there you go. They did get to one semi-final then. That's that unmemorable that I can't even remember it. So there you go. This just goes to prove that nobody gives a shit or remembers a runner-up. They didn't get to the final, so there you go. No, I think people are saying in the 60s. No, I think it was right at the start of Guardiola's era, if my memory's correct. Somebody from Senegal in the chat, or maybe they're just a fan of Sadio Mane from Senegal, but welcome, David. Great to have you in. Do City fans even know that? I don't know, Aiden. Don't really. Fuck them, as we say in the stream. 2016 lost 1-0 over 2 legs, said Ian. Legend, Ian. Thank you, mate. And it was Pellegrini, was it? There you go. See? Shows how little... This is why I keep saying I have a memory like a goldfish. This is why I need you guys to bail me out. Look, ladies and gentlemen, gonna leave it there. The Reds have done it. Got another victory. 3 points closer to that elusive Premier League title. I hope to see you guys on Monday on Hot Mic for the Manchester United against Chelsea game. I'll be back tomorrow with a preview on the Anfield agenda for the Atleti game coming up on Tuesday. So make sure you've got your notifications turned on here. Don't forget, download the Hot Mic app. Use the code Anfield Agenda on sign up. All one word, all caps. Follow us on there. Let's see us get to 500 ASAP. Thank you for your love and support. Hit that subscribe button before you head off. My voice is going, as you can hear. Too much shouting today during the game. Love you guys as always. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll chat to you tomorrow night. Up the Reds.